has a bass drum in it.
That's cool.
A cajon.
Cajon. Not afraid to try, not afraid to sing to the sky. Put your head close to mine, feel the temperature rise. Don't you try? Nothing's gonna stand in my way. Take the sun from my day, try to rain on my parade. Ooh, ooh.
All right. So, I mean, your band came together and forged its path in one of the most unique ways I've ever heard a band doing so. So tell us how Across the Board began.
So we began with like garage jams and basement sessions and bonfire jams as a bunch of friends who had been playing together for years and years and years. And when I came to Toronto, that just kind of followed me. And I met Andy, and Andy had the same thing going here. He had a bunch of guys that he would jam with every week. They would rent out a rehearsal space, and they were not professional musicians. They were sort of, some were professional, some were semi-professional, some were just like not, just like love music. And these guys would jam out. And when we got together, I was like, let's start a band. Let's do some YouTube videos. So we did, we have over 400 videos on YouTube. We're like a YouTube band that broke out of the internet box in about 2016 onto the touring circuit with our first album, Jane on Fire, when our fans were asking us, do you guys have your own music? Do you guys play live? And we just felt a bit of pressure. So we wrote an album. It took us a couple of years to write it. Like, we're not a new band. It looks like we are, but we've been around since 2013. We wrote this album, Jane on Fire, which was a culmination of everybody's kind of experiences musically. And we won a bunch of awards for it. So it was like, wow, exciting. And I remember the very first time that we played in Toronto here to a live audience, we had no idea who would show up because we didn't have any fans that we knew about. We had people who were subscribing to us on YouTube and were fans across the world. I mean, honestly, if we would have played in the Ukraine, we would have been like playing 10,000 people, but we live in Toronto. Didn't have the opportunity to do that. So we booked our CD release in one of the local venues, and it was sold out in half an hour. And we were like, Lord, we had no idea.
You released your second album, which is called Sonic Boom. Yeah. What did you take away from the experience of making the first one that you applied to making this one?
The first one was, I have to say, a little bit of a hodgepodge. It was everybody's idea of what an album should be. When you're just kind of jamming in the garage or doing YouTube videos, every time we do a little break, whoever sticks behind and jams comes up with riffs, right?
Right.
And it was a combination of all those riffs that created that first album, because we were writing, we didn't even know we were writing. Well, Sonic Boom is certainly, it's our sound. By the time we wrote Sonic Boom, which was this last summer in 2017, we totally gelled with the band.
It was more focused.
Yeah, we knew what our sound was, we knew what our message was, and the whole idea about Sonic Boom is our story. It's taking ourselves from this YouTube group of people who like to do videos together to the tune of like 400 videos.
Yeah, you know,
breaking out of
the
the internet box, and like, where do we go from here? How do we come out of this cyber world into the real world, where we can open for big bands, where we can be that big band playing in that big festival, playing in that big stadium? And we created Sonic Boom out of that.
I mean, your sound is very clean. It's very tempo driven and it's precise, like in the vein of a Chris Isaacs or a Coldplay, which tends to translate really well in a live setting. Was that always the intention? Was first and foremost to be a great live band, seeing how you guys are jammers and you like to jam?
No, I have to say no. Our first intention was to write music that we felt proud of.
Nice.
We really wanted people to connect with.
However, it is a ton of fun.
Yeah, I mean, we spend more time rehearsing than we do playing live.
I think that's sort of the reward of the whole deal.
Yeah, the reward was that
we get to play.
Music.
We finally get to play.
Yeah, we played our music that we love, that we created, that we dig, that we really feel proud of, and we bring it out onto the stage, and people are singing it back to us. It's like, oh my God.
How do you guys go about putting a set list together? Are you guys always looking to change it up? Is it something that you have one specific tour and you say, okay, we're going to do this set of songs? Is there always standards that you have that bookends maybe the front and the back? How do you guys approach the set list process?
I guess it depends on how much the set time is, really. Right, and how many songs we could fit into it. But we have a lot of original songs that we could fit in, and it's also, I guess, the vibe, and I think the venue really determines what we're gonna play and who we're playing with as well. That's on the bill, right? It makes a difference.
That's true, because we do have a lot of songs.
Yeah.
And what happens is we've got we've got our standards, which were the ones that won awards. So we try and put those out because people seem to like them.
The popular ones that people know and they want to hear. Like, we're gonna play the obvious.
And we're not. We rarely play covers in our original sets when we play live. However, it depends. If we've got like an hour and 15-minute set or a 45-minute set, which is longer than the usual,
we'll throw one cover.
We'll throw a cover in, something that's timely, that people will be like, oh my God, I just heard you guys are doing this right away. Wow, where's the video? We'll do something that surprises people. We'll try.
How much of a marketing tool has YouTube been for your band, and do you think it's a must-do for most bands?
Ooh, big time.
So I'm going to say yes, and I know a lot of people are going to say no, YouTube is not, but honestly, let's talk about the reality of this particular market. So this market, we have people who want to see something quick, hear something quick. They want to get on board with the trends. They want to be fed stuff. They want to be fed stuff that makes them interested enough to hit subscribe, because they've hit subscribe so much in the last 5 or 10 years that they're not hitting subscribe anymore. Right. So the only places where you're going to follow or hit subscribe these days are YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And it's really important that you have a good presence on YouTube. And it's tough. I mean, if you really want to know how to do YouTube properly, you have to listen to those YouTube guru people. And you really have to make sure that you have good content, regular content.
That you get a good backlog.
And you have a good backlog of stuff that people can go through, because you don't want to be a one-hit wonder. This is not the era of one-hit wonders. And so what we've done is we've created a series of different shows that basically are things that interest us. Nothing is work. We love it all. So Like on Mondays, we have a carpool karaoke we do because we drive a lot. So we do a karaoke in the Dodge Caravan. So we put that on YouTube. On Tuesdays, we have an acoustic jam. So we take songs that are either covers or our own songs. And we just like break them down acoustically, take away the drums, and see what happens. On Thursdays, we have a Pick Up and Play web series, which was our original web series, which is a cover song web series where we do pretty high-end videos to cover songs that are in the news right now, either because it was a new release or something big happened to that particular artist or somebody died, you know, I have to say. We do cover the recently deceased artist. And then we also have a musical cooking show because we like to cook.
What do you cherish about being indie?
Oh my God, being able to do what we want to do.
Being able to walk outside of our house, go to the store and buy something and come back.
Although sometimes that's not.
Well,
possible.
locally we get.
Locally we have a
we
little
start
bit
to
of,
get recognized.
Yeah, but I like it that we can decide if we want to do an album today or next year, or not do anything now, or just focus on YouTube. It's like up to us. There's no label that's telling us we have to do X number. In fact, we sort of tell our label what we want to do.
We dictate what's going on.
And that's fun. It makes it just like we're happy. There's no depression. There's no depression.
At our own pace, which is about 500 miles an hour.
But if we weren't going 500 miles an hour or something happened, we would not feel pressured because our label would be like, yeah, just let us know when you're ready.
The pressure is self-inflicted, so it doesn't feel that bad.
That's awesome. You know, the music industry and music business is always, and rightfully so, getting panned and tongue whipped a lot. But I want to know from you guys one thing that you really like about being in the business that may be going unappreciated.
I think, well, you know, it's an awesome question because nowadays you don't have to wait for a big label to come and grab you so that people can see you. Just like go online, just share your stuff. People will see you. And if they like you, they're going to share it with their friends and their family, and just be patient. I don't know if y'all have watched any Gary Vaynerchuk videos, but patience is the key. Just do what you love to do and keep putting out content that you're proud of.
Doing what you're doing.
Do your best. Don't put out content just for the sake of putting out content. Like, think about it.
Quality,
you know? Good content. And you don't have to spend a lot of money and do these big high-end videos. Like,
do it on your iPhone.
What can you do that's cool with you know, really good signal that has the best quality that you can do? Always do the best that you can do and put it there. Don't be scared to just get online because you have to be you. And if you're always trying to polish who you are, that's not you. And I think in the old days, it was all sort of polished by PR firms. Nowadays, the cool thing about the internet and the music industry, the positive is that I can get our stuff in front of people who would never have seen it otherwise.
Right.
The negative is that we also have to filter through all the noise because there's a lot of people out there doing stuff that's not quality, that's not great. They haven't quite managed their way around what their sound is. And it's they're competing with us. And I think it can be frustrating sometimes. And I'm not telling people not to try because you have to try. What it does is it ups the game for us because we have to find a way to filter through that content and to show with consistency and, you know, with energy and with all of the creativity that we can rise above all of that stuff.